Hello again. This is a relay, a timed relay. It's called a mini SMD timer switch timed relay. This particular one will do 11 to 160 seconds. It's a 10 amp kit, and the one I've got is similar to this, which can go up to it goes from 3 seconds to 5 minutes. And this also comes with a schematic, and I didn't really understand this schematic, what that meant. The switch K optional, exactly that, it's optional. You don't have to have a switch in there, it can be directly wired. I don't do a lot of wiring, so when looking at schematics like this, it's generally what's in my what I'm thinking of is what I'm generally wiring up, and I know what I'm thinking of and know what to do. Anyhow, so what you've got here is it's mentioning 4 wires to connect up. Now the red and the yellow on the far right there can be joined together like it shows in the diagram, and that goes directly to a main source of power. The white one connects to an earth, and that's what activates the relay to come on and off. I'll show you how it functions in a second on the desk. And the brown one is active power to what shows on here, a fan. Now I'll be putting where it says the fan, to me that is another relay. This already can handle 10 amps, but for jobs like I want to use it, will require 15 amps, and this isn't going to handle that, so this will need to trigger another relay. And I'll show you the schematic that I've drawn for that as well. So here's what I've got. This is the little relay here. It's upside down to this, but that doesn't matter. So what we've got here is the green wire going up to the power on my, not fan, on my light bulb. You've got yellow and red going to direct power, and I don't have the earth connected at the moment. It's the white one is for earth. So what happens is, when I connect the earth to the earth that's already there, the light comes on, and then after a certain time it turns off. And just to make that go a bit quicker, I'll turn the seconds. That's as low as it goes. So I'll just show you again. This wire here, the white one, would go to your ignition switch, ignition fuse I should say, because the ignition fuse on a car functions to the way of, when you turn the car on, the ignition fuse is active power. When the ignition is off, that fuse becomes negative. So when you turn the car on, it'll be getting power to that line there, and you can see putting power to that line does nothing. But as soon as you turn the car back off, it then supplies the relay an earth, which would then trigger the light to come on, and then automatically after a certain time it'll turn off. And if you wanted to, there's also a brown wire on here that's for power. Now you'll notice that if I connect this up, which I can't this very second, I need to just wire it up. Give it a second. Because the brown one is sending out power. Now you can have that to an alternative source if you wish, and then what will happen is when turn the ignition on, that alternative, that's what the brown is, it's sending power from this white line, yellow line I should say, from this yellow line to the brown, that's where it's getting its power from. Now when you turn the ignition of the car off, it'll earth out, giving you alternative power to something that you want power to for however long you want. Once the relay turns back off, the brown wire becomes active again. So if you wanted to use, it doesn't show you that on here, what that wire there does. That actually still gives you power when the relay is off. When the relay is on, it's alternative power. So you can see how that's working there. Whoops. So you see that there. So here's a little diagram. Just turn the power to that off. A little diagram that I drew, and what I'll do is I'll take this inside on the computer, and I'll use paint to draw a better diagram of this here. But what you can see is, so you got the red going to direct main power, and the yellow can either go to the same power source as the red, which is always power, or you can have an alternative power going to the yellow. So unless there is power going to the yellow, whether the relay is on or off, the power to the auxiliary is not going to work. I hope that you understand where I'm coming from here. I'll be connecting them both to the same yellow and red together, and the white goes to your ignition fuse. So when the car is on, that line there gets power, and when the car goes off, then that ignition fuse becomes an earth, which would trigger the switch to come on. And the green sends the power out, and I'm going to have it going into another relay, which is just a standard diagram for an everyday relay, which I got from this relay here. Just copied that. This relay here actually came out of a 76 XC Ford Falcon that I once had. I've got other little bits like this, I just can't find it in me to get rid of them, and that still works too. And when was the last time you saw it fused like that? Still original fuse in there. So what you ought to have is you got the green wire that comes out, and that will then trigger the relay, and the relay works as a relay does, and sends the power from whatever power source you're taking it from and sending it to. So anyone else that's got one of those little things and they're not too sure how to wire it up, like myself, this is basically just a bit of a help video to help you guys out. Yeah, please no negative feedback. This is a help video. If I've said something incorrectly or whatever, then so be it. But this is basically how you wire it up, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So got the brown wire. The brown wire does not need to connect to anything if you don't want it to, but you are better off isolating it because it does have power when the relay is off. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I've disconnected the power all the way. Yeah. So there you have it, eh? I noticed that the sequence doesn't always stay the same. It's the same amount of seconds, doesn't always stay the same. But for the purpose I want, it needs to stay on for at least 60 seconds. And I'm going to just turn this right up. and you'll see that, oops, I'll get this power to stay on, this earth to stay on here. There we go. I'm actually going to use this video as a time counter. I'll be able to look at what time I turn the light on to the end of the counter and know exactly how long it stayed on for. So that's pretty much it, I think. I don't think there's anything else that I could explain there. At the end of this, I will have a image that comes up with better schematic, easier to understand than what I've drawn down on paper there. This video is also for myself. I've worked this out once before, about a year ago. I haven't used it, and then I'd forgotten how to wire it up. So it's for myself as well. So when I do go to use it, I can reference this video myself and remember how to wire it up, or future relays if I decide to buy any relays later on. So there you have it. It's gone off by itself after X amount of time, and I'll put that in white writing when I find out how long it went for. So again, thanks for watching. I think that pretty much covered it on this relay on how to wire it up, and yeah, it's hopefully that helps out with others. Anyhow, again, thanks for watching. Take care, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.